We are not powerless.
We are not confused.
We are not alone.
We are the descendants of the movement
and the architects of what comes next.
The State of the People Power Tour is not just a series of stops.
It is a signal,
a shift,
a reckoning wrapped in love.
We are going to where our people are, not for photo op,
not for headlines,
but to gather in truth,
to organize with care.
We have always been the solution,
and we have always been the strategy.
And your voice, your leadership,
it matters now more than ever.
We want you in the room.
This is your invitation.
Because we're not waiting for a savior.
We're saving each other.
And we believe if we move together,
we will rise
together.
Wow. Welcome back. A movement that's uniting organizers, educators, artists, and everyday people to co-create and strengthen long-term power in the Black community. What you were just looking at, what you just heard, the State of the People Power Tour is making its way to New Orleans this week, and here to share more about it is activist Gary Chambers as well as journalist Joy Reid. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. The name speaks for itself, State of the People Power Tour. Talk about what it is.
It is a love letter to Black America in some ways. It is our attempt to go around the country and love on our communities in very authentic ways, to convene about the urgency of now, the things that are taking place around the country and the impacts of that on people in Louisiana, and bringing in national voices like Joy Reid, who's here with us today, as well as local voices from around the state to be able to talk about how we build a path forward together.
Now, Joy, as a journalist, what do you think is missing when it comes to that gap between the Black community, activism, and media?
Well, I think that one of the things that we don't do enough in media is ask Black folks what they need and talk to Black people. I think what you do is we talk about Black people a lot, but we don't have a lot of conversation. So one of the reasons that we wanted to do this tour is and embark on this this sort of action, this is love action, as Gary has described it, is to say to our community that we want to listen, that it's time for us to listen, including the media, to listen to what you need, to listen to what you want, and what would make your lives better.
Now, what kind of topics will you guys be covering? I know there will be key issues, policy, conversation. Talk about what people can expect when they go and listen to this tour.
Well, I think you can, the entire range and gamut of things that are concerning the Black community right now, from economic issues to issues of policing, to issues of government failure. We know that there's been abject failure both at the state level and at the federal level when it comes to our communities, whether it is environmental damage that hurts our communities more, whether it is literal hunger in our communities, the cutting of programs that benefit Black people and that disproportionately harm us when you over-militarize police, things like that. We've heard so many issues in the other stops on the tour that are deeply personal to folks. Everything from the erasure of our history, the erasure of our presence, our heroism in sort of federal settings and federal websites, to just literal needs at home in terms of being able to pay your bills, pay your rent, afford to feed your family.
Now, Gary, I'm going to ask you, thank you so much, Joy. Gary, I'm going to ask you, since you're here in the area, in Louisiana, Baton Rouge specifically, what can people do in the community, even New Orleans, since this is happening down in New Orleans, what can the people do about some of these issues?
Well, one, you can register at stateoftheppl.com and pull up on us in New Orleans Thursday at Rock of Ages. We're going to have workshops from 1 to 5 p.m. followed by a town hall that our good sister Joy Reid is going to help lead. And on Friday, we're going to have Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, Mark Morial, our president and CEO of the Urban League, as well as leaders from around the state speaking at a power rally at McDonough 35. And we are also giving away $10,000 of utility relief, paying energy bills for folks with a disconnect notice while funds last. So if you have a disconnect notice from energy and you show up on Thursday or Friday, provide that disconnect to our partners, Operation Restoration, we are going to pay off up to $10,000 in energy bills, a cap at $250 per person while supplies last. And so we want to be tangible, real, and connecting to our people in this process. That's how we can help in a real way right now this week.
Love to hear it. As the people are saying right now, boots on the ground, helping those in need, lending a helping hand, reaching back to our community. And again, this is happening in New Orleans on May 8th, May 9th. Other people I want to mention really quickly that will be there and participating: Angela Rye, Derek Johnson, Latasha Brown, Pastor Mike McBride, of course, Gary Chambers, Joy Reid, and local New Orleans community activists and leaders. So come on out. We will have all this information on our website at LouisianaFirstNews.com. Gary, Joy, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you.